This here is what I hope will be a new series I'd like to start called Webcam Fridays, where I will just chat with you guys about the things that, I did during the week, or just other things, makeup, like I'll be doing today, makeup reviews. I've got some stuff, I'm going to start talking about. And the reason for that is the entire reason for this channel, or one of them, is to show women that you do not have to buy your makeup at a high-end store to be able to look like you did. And not that there's anything wrong. If you can afford it, by all means. I mean, I know of some real great products that, are wonderful, but the price kills it, and it's just not necessary. And so I thought I'd start getting into that a little more. I also wanted to do an update on Viviscal today, so that's something I can chat about, hopefully really quickly. I haven't done a webcam video in a while, so I'm looking back at this, and it looks kind of strange to me. But that's what it's going to be. It's going to be Webcam Fridays, and I'm going to try to do this every Friday. I know I don't have a million people following me right now, but I've got people. And even if it was just 2 of you, that's just 2 people I'm communicating with, and that's fine. Hopefully I will, have, a good amount of people whom I can reach to hopefully get these messages across to, and help. I want to help other women accomplish the things that I wanted to accomplish and didn't have anybody to guide me on how to do it. And so that's really what this channel is about. It's also about a huge hobby that I have. I don't work. You guys know why. This is not really for me to make money. This is about me being able to share my hobbies and the things that I love. And you should know by now how much I love makeup. So with that all in mind, let's get this one started. I wanted to start by giving you guys an update on Viviscal and a dupe. Yes, there is one. I just found it. Now, it's not a heck of a lot less, but it is less than $50. And first of all, this is the end of my 5th month, beginning of my 6th. So I have just completed, well, I'm a couple of days shy, this here box, and the generic, excuse me, that I'm speaking of. You can get to a CVS. CVS has an exact dupe, and they actually have a couple of extra things that this Viviscal does not have that I think would help greatly, like more keratin is in it. Actually, keratin is in this one, and there is none in this one. And we all know how important that is for the hair. Also, there's more biotin. There's 120 mcgs in the original, and in the CVS, and you see it says down here, compare to Viviscal right there. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, the biotin in the CVS one is 3,000 mcgs. It is only 100 and I believe 20 in the original. And the zinc is 15 mcgs in the CVS one, and in the original it's only 11. So you get actually more out of the CVS dupe because that's what this is. And I checked to make sure the amino mar is exactly the same and every single other ingredient is exactly the same, and they are. They are exactly the same. But CVS Pharmacy, of course, cannot call their complex amino mar. They had to call it CVS Pharmacy Marine Complex. So just for those of you who'd like to save, this one's $40, this one's $50. Um, just a thought for those of you who'd like to save a couple of bucks if you can't get it any cheaper than that. So with that said, this is the beginning of my 6th month going into, and I don't know if you can see my hair, but definitely I'll be cutting it probably in a few days again. There is a definite difference. Now, it's not dramatic, and I think I've spoke about this before. This is not a dramatic um, change that you're going to notice, and especially if you're a person who's a little up there in age, you know, where the woman's body starts losing um, some of the ability to supplement um, the way that we used to, like our hormones, and we get depleted of certain things that we were able to regenerate by the masses as younger women. Well, as we get older, we lose the ability to do that. And so things like skin changes, obviously, hair changes, which I did learn about a lot recently. But what you do see is that there is an obvious health that comes back into the hair, and mine is, I've been out and it was windy today, so it's kind of a little frizzy. But to prove my point, the health, the real health of it is on the top, and yeah, I still got a little, you know, a couple of things I'd like to tweak. Like what I've noticed is the texture of hair that grew in. It is a little different. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing at this point, but the hair that grew back in is just a little bit different. The important thing to me was that it grew back in, and that it is healthy, and that there is minimal shedding, and that's what I have gotten out of Viviscal. I'm going to continue doing it. This is month 6. And so the hair does grow, but at a normal rate. I don't have like, you know, really fast hair growth. It's just growing, period. That's the whole point of Viviscal. I don't believe Viviscal was made for people to grow their hair really fast. This is made for people who have lost their hair, who are noticing that their hair is thinning. Um, Notice that their hair is extremely damaged and can use the help. That's what Viviscal is for, and it delivered to me what it says it delivers, and I'm going to continue taking it because I can say now that it does deliver what it says it delivers. Your hair will continue, well, your hair, if it stopped growing, will grow back. Your hair, if it is growing slowly, or you're noticing that it's growing differently, will continue to grow. Not maybe exactly the same way it was growing before, but it will continue to grow. And that's, I think, the a whole important part that every one of us should be worried about. In my case, as I mentioned in my previous update video, I had to get back on estrogen because one of the biggest problems of why this happened to me was a severe imbalance in hormones. So hopefully that also will help. I don't know that yet. I haven't been on the supplements long enough. But when I get there, I will let you know. Another thing I'd like to talk about, and I mentioned this in the beginning of the video, is The reason for my channel, um, one of the reasons for my channel is to reach out to women who either, for whatever reasons, are at some kind of disadvantage and cannot go to Sephora and cannot always go to Ulta to buy MAC, um, to buy Urban Decay, to buy all of these really expensive brushes. Like I think the big uh, brush that's out now, the brushes that are out now are by they're the purple ones, Real Techniques. These products are not reasonable for the average woman to buy on a regular basis. You will notice that these other women, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with what they are doing. If they can afford to do what they're doing, that's great. That's great. If I can afford to do it, I probably would. I can't. And so for me and all of the other women out there who are in that situation, that's what this channel is for. And you know what? I went searching to see how many other people are using dupes. None. None. I found no videos on women who will go to the drugstore and buy a dupe for the Bobbi Brown gel. And this here's a good dupe for that. This is the L'Oreal Infallible. Good dupe. Um, I don't know now. I might go back on what I just said. I don't know now that I would go buy Bobbi Brown even if I could afford it. Why would I? If I can go and get this. So, in my journeys that I've spoken of, a few times now, that's what I learned. There is something about these products or about the idea of being able to go out and afford these products that's appealing to a lot of people. Probably those of us who wish we can do it. And so they have like 1 million subscribers. And I look at all of them and they all have about the same amount of subscribers. And what the conclusion I've come to is they have the products. Not only do they know how to use the products, they can afford the products. We want to see that because we can't go get it. So my channel is to reach out to those who would like to go get, this is a very, very nice dupe. It's in a different shade, but for this blush called Orgasm. Yeah. Um, and I think that it's a really, really nice dupe. Actually, it might be better than the original. I was at a point in time, that's why I know so much about Sephora and Ulta, where I did buy these products. My husband was working. We were not, in a really bad situation. I mean, I wasn't rich, but I could every once in a while go and get a Sephora product or something at Ulta. Um, when that changed, I on my journey realized it was very stupid of me to do that. Period. I could have saved so much money because there are 99.9% of the time companies like L'Oreal, CoverGirl, Maybelline are aware that they have an audience they can target that can't go and get these products, and they make things like this. This, by the way, is by Hard Candy. So, and I'm going to start doing reviews on them and let you guys know, is it a good alternative? Is it a good product, period? Is it a good quality product or just less money? We have the tendency to think that just because this is, this was $6, that it's got to be no good. That's not true. That's one big thing I've learned. It is not true. A lot of these drugstore products sometimes are better than the product that's really expensive or just as good. So I wanted to, get this out there because it's been a long time since that first video I did with my cell phone. And I want to remind you guys that this is what my channel is about. If you can afford to go and always be in Ulta and always be at Sephora and always have Urban Decay, Real Technique brushes, then this channel isn't for you. I mean, if you want to watch, I'd love to have you. But you're in a position where you don't, or you can afford it, but you still want to know what the dupes are. You still want to know where you can get something that'll help you save some money. I mean, I'm not um, outcasting those of you who are better off. If you want to watch, I would love to have you. My videos, I'd absolutely love to have you. Because I myself, I'm not sure if I would, if I did have the money, still go and buy, if I'm aware that I can get the same type of deal cheaper. I mean, check out this, also by Hard Candy. Check out, I don't know if you can see the quality of this eyeshadow. This was $5. If I were to go to Ulta and look for an eyeshadow like this, I would pay about 20 bucks for it. So I just don't see the sense in doing that. And this here is another Hard Candy product. It's a mascara. I have it on now, and boy, did it give my lashes some vavoom. Now, everybody's hard up for the mascara and the eyeliner now. And you can buy them at Sephora. What is it? It's called, oh, I hate it when this happens to me. And I'm on camera. And I'll think about it when I turn off the camera. But you guys know what mascara I'm talking about. They're real. Yeah, that's the one. This is a perfect dupe for that. Because, yes, I've tried that mascara. And, yeah, it is all that. But so is this. This was $7, Hard Candy. And another one, exactly like it, is this one here by Maybelline. And this is the Colossal Volume Express. It's got collagen in it. And, again, a mascara that gives you va-va-voom. Just like they're real. So, and then eyeliners. By the same company that does it, They're Real mascara, and I thought I had pulled it out, but it's one by Elf, and there's another one that L'Oreal makes, exactly the same. The pigmentation, the easy use, I mean, it's unreal to me how many women, or just people, period, are watching all of those makeup tutorials, it seems to me, just because these women are using those products. Because if you were, I haven't found any, if you were to watch a tutorial on a woman who's using just drugstore products and she knows how to put on makeup really, really well, from what I've researched, and like I said, I haven't found any, but from what I've researched, there seems to be little or no interest. Even if the makeup artist is using drugstore products. I'm talking about my channel. I don't have that audience. Okay, I haven't been on very long. But you know why it is? Mostly because I'm not using MAC. I can go on and on and on. And that's what I really believe. And oh, by the way, I'm holding up another. The MAC Paint Pot. I found a really good dupe for it. Also, Hard Candy. Exactly the same thing. Exactly. So these companies are aware that there is a huge audience, a huge amount of women, and they're targeting us by making these products. So my channel is about bringing awareness to that, and hopefully, sharing and my findings with you guys. And if you guys want to share ideas with me that's on the same subject line, it's not that I don't want to talk about those products. Those products are good. What I'm not willing to do is spend money that could be better spent on other things for makeup. And I love makeup. I'm a makeup junkie. I really am. I love, love, love. Huge hobby of mine. I was model. Yeah, was. Um, and I was in pageants, and I went to beauty school. So that's how I learned how to put on makeup, and it's also where my love of makeup comes from. And so I've got the experience, but I find that my channel is not getting the attention. But that's, by the way, really not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to have 5 million subscribers just because, I want to be famous. But I'm finding that that's the reason. The difference between my channel and all of the other channels, I'm not mentioning any names, where those products are being featured. And I've even seen videos where the girls barely know how to use the products. They just have the products. They have a ridiculous amount, excuse my dogs, of subscribers. And I'm like, what? I don't get it. It seems to me that that's what it is. There seems to be a fascination um, with these high-end products. And I think maybe it is they're unattainable, and we want to see, how people are using them, and we want to look at people who have money and can afford these things. There's nothing else that comes into my mind that makes any sense, because I literally have seen, oh my God, hundreds of videos of young women, and of course I'm not going to mention names, who absolutely do not know how to use the products. They just have them, and they talk about them. And I'll watch them trying to put on their makeup, and, well, I don't want to offend anybody, and I don't want to act like I know everything. Um, I don't. But I do know this. I'm not going to get on camera and I don't care what products I have, and show people that I don't know what I'm doing. And they admit it. They have no experience with this. They don't know what they're doing, but they're gonna use this product. And all of a sudden their channel blows up. It just shows that as a society what we're made of. We're very materialistic. Yeah, me included. But, I guess with maturity, and you grow up, and you just realize, it's just, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's what you can do with what you can get. And a lot of times it really, you don't have to get anything. It's knowledge. And when you really are serious about taking care of yourself, um, you do the research, and then you pass it along so somebody else can benefit. And speaking of which, oh, by the way, I forgot to show you guys before I get to that. This is another little cute, and I did get this at Ulta. Ulta has a section that is all drugstore products. I didn't know that until recently. Cute little palette here. Reminds me very, very much of the Urban Decay palette, but it's a mini version. Beautiful colors. $5. Um, I am into getting good quality stuff, but I learned that you don't have to have the $40 to do that. No, no, no. And so I wanted to share that because I didn't have anybody to share that with me. I had to learn the hard way. But anyways, I wanted to make a point before I said that. And that is at my stage in my situation in life. um, I just want to be healthy, and I want to look good for my age, and I want other people to feel that way, and I want them to understand that they can do that, and I want them to understand how they can do that. And if it gets me only 30 subscribers, it's not what my channel is about. My channel is about reaching other people, helping them, maybe them helping me too. And so that's my Friday chat, my first one. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because I believe that um, with age, all of us are going to learn what I believe I learned. It's just about caring for yourself the natural, healthy way. And you don't have to spend a lot of money to do that. And if there's someone to help you and guide you along, you know, allow that person to guide you and help you along. I wish I had it. And I'm still not saying I know everything. I still learn. I'm still willing to learn. There may be some of you who know about things that I still haven't learned about. And so that's another reason for my channel. It gives me the opportunity to communicate and get those ideas from all of you who are watching. By the way, thank you for those of you who are, because I don't want to feel lonely. I want to feel like I'm not, like I want to feel like I'm talking to myself either. But I'm not doing this. My point is to become huge and famous. It's really not who I am. I'd be really, really bad, really, really bad at that. Um, it's not what this channel is not about me blowing up. This channel is about me sharing and communing with others and sharing the things that I'm excited to have learned about, and helping others and having others help me. Um, and so that's really, what all of this is about. And I wanted to mention one more thing before I close this chat. This here is a foundation brush, and like I said, Essence of Beauty is the line of my brushes. Again, they're very great quality. They don't do anything differently than a Real Techniques brush can do. There is no data of any kind that supports that. All that is a lot more money. But what I really wanted to say is it is very, very important that if you are using these types of brushes to apply makeup, I did it today, you must wash your brushes. And especially if you're going to be using those brushes on somebody else. And so I just wanted to mention that. Another alternative, and I believe I mentioned this in my previous video, and I also bought some, is the makeup sponges, the wedges. They're really, really good for how the makeup comes out, and they're also sanitary. So I also wanted to get that out there. When you're putting makeup on your face or on somebody else's face, no matter what you are using, including your hands, stay clean, as you can catch an infection or spread bacteria, and we don't want that. So it's my responsibility as someone who is applying makeup and showing you guys how to do that, to also tell you that you want to be safe about it and healthy about it. And so yeah, that will close my Friday chats, with the exception of one thing. If you are wanting to reach a bigger audience, and I do want to do that, I want to target an audience of people who are understand or want to learn about how to apply makeup and take care of themselves without having to spend a lot of money. And you guys don't know I exist if I don't advertise that I exist. So I learned of something called a tube assist, and that's going to help me to advertise my craft, what my channel is about, and reach more of you, hopefully. So I'm going to put that link, that web address, down below for those of you who have channels and are looking to do that. And so with all of that said, have a great weekend, all of you. And I will see you guys next week. Bye bye.